All right. So we're here today talking about turmeric. And as I have here, turmeric may be the most effective nutritional supplement in existence. And as I was just saying, that's a bold statement, but you'll see by this that there's a reason for making that statement. Because many high quality studies show that it has major benefits for your body and brain. So without further ado, here are the top 10 evidence-based health benefits for turmeric. There we go. So turmeric contains bioactive compounds with powerful medicinal properties. So turmeric is the spice. You can see here, it gives curry its kind of yellow color. I know it looks more orangey here, but when you look at curries, they have that orangey yellow bent. It's more of an orangey yellow than like a saffron is more of a yellow. It's been used in India for thousands of years as a spice and medicinal herb. And then recently, science has started to back up what Indians have known for a long time. It really does contain compounds with medicinal properties. These compounds are called curcuminoids, and this is the most important of which is curcumin. Curcumin is the main active ingredient in turmeric. I'm just looking at my notes if you're going, what is she doing? It has powerful anti-inflammatory effects and is a very strong antioxidant. I know many of you already know about its anti-inflammatory benefits because I've heard many of you say, oh, you have some type of inflammation, take some ginger or take some turmeric. So you're already pretty well educated. However, the curcumin content of turmeric is not that high. It's around 3% by weight. So most of the studies on this herb are using turmeric extracts that contain mostly curcumin itself, with dosages usually exceeding about 1 gram per day. It would be very difficult to reach these levels just using the turmeric spice in your foods. Therefore, if you want to experience the full effects, you need to take a supplement that contains significant amounts of curcumin. So unfortunately, curcumin is poorly absorbed into the bloodstream, which is why you've heard it say it helps to consume black pepper with it, which contains piperine, a natural substance that enhances the absorption of curcumin by about 2,000%. So the best curcumin supplements contain piperine, substantially increasing their effectiveness. Curcumin is also fat soluble, so it may be a good idea to take it with a fatty meal, which is why you'll often see like golden milk. It has that nut milk involved with it. All right. Number 2, curcumin is a natural anti-inflammatory compound. Inflammation is incredibly important. It helps your body fight foreign invaders and also has a role in repairing damage. Without inflammation, pathogens like bacteria could easily take over your body and kill you. So although acute short-term inflammation is beneficial, it can become a major problem when it becomes chronic and inappropriately attacks your body's own tissues. Scientists now believe that chronic low-level inflammation plays a major role in almost every chronic Western disease. This includes heart disease, cancer, metabolic syndrome, Alzheimer's, and various degenerative conditions. Therefore, anything that can help fight chronic inflammation is of potential importance in preventing and even treating these diseases. Curcumin is strongly anti-inflammatory. In fact, it's so powerful that it matches the effectiveness of some anti-inflammatory drugs without the side effects. It blocks KB, which is a molecule that travels into the nuclei of your cells and turns on genes related to inflammation. NF-κB is believed to play a major role in many chronic diseases. And without getting into the details, because inflammation is extremely complicated, the key takeaway is that curcumin is a bioactive substance that fights inflammation at the molecular level. All right, let's see. So number 3. There we go. I have this little arrow at the bottom of the slide, and it's very hard to see. So number 3 is turmeric dramatically increases the antioxidant capacity of the body. Oxidative damage is believed to be one of the mechanisms behind aging and many diseases. It involves free radicals, highly reactive molecules with unpaired electrons. Free radicals tend to react with important organic substances such as fatty acids, proteins, or DNA. The main reason antioxidants are so beneficial is that they protect your body from free radicals. Curcumin is a potential antioxidant that can neutralize free radicals due to its chemical structure. In addition, curcumin boosts the activity of your body's own antioxidant enzymes. So in that way, curcumin delivers kind of a 1-2 punch against free radicals. It blocks them directly, then stimulates your body's own antioxidant defenses. Number 4. Curcumin boosts brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which is linked to improved brain function and a lower risk of brain diseases. So back in the day, it was believed that neurons weren't able to divide and multiply after early childhood. However, it's now known that does happen. One of the main drivers of this process is brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, much easier to say, which is a type of growth hormone that functions in your brain. Many common brain disorders have been linked to decreased levels of this hormone, including depression and Alzheimer's disease. Interestingly, curcumin can increase brain levels of BDNF. So by doing this, it may be effective in delaying or even reversing many brain diseases and age-related decreases in brain function. It may also improve memory and make you smarter, which seems logical given its effects on BDNF levels. However, controlled studies in people are needed to confirm this. All right, number 5. Curcumin should lower your risk of heart disease. Heart disease is the #1 cause of death in the world. Researchers have studied it for decades and learned a lot about why it happens. Unsurprisingly, heart disease is incredibly complicated and various things contribute to it. It's never just one thing, is it? So curcumin may help reverse many steps in the heart disease process. Perhaps the main benefit of curcumin when it comes to heart disease is improving the function of the endothelium, the lining of your blood vessels. It's well known that endothelial dysfunction is a major driver of heart disease, and involves an inability of your endothelium to regulate blood pressure, blood clotting, and various other factors. Several studies suggest that curcumin leads to improvements in endothelial function. One study found that it's as effective as exercise, while another shows that it works as well as the drug atorvastatin. I hear about these things from my husband, the nurse, who works in a nursing home. So he's more familiar with things like this. In addition, curcumin reduces inflammation and oxidation, as I spoke about in previous slides, which plays a role in heart disease as well. One study randomly assigned 121 people who were undergoing coronary artery bypass surgery, either a placebo or 4 grams of curcumin per day, a few days before and after the surgery. The curcumin group had a 65% decreased risk of experiencing a heart attack in the hospital. So number 6, turmeric can help prevent and perhaps even treat cancer. I'm not a doctor, so I can't say that anything will treat. I'll just talk a little bit about this. Cancer is a terrible disease characterized by uncontrolled cell growth. There are many different forms of cancer, which still have several things in common. Some of them appear to be affected by curcumin supplements. Curcumin has been studied as a beneficial herb in cancer treatment and been found to affect cancer growth, development, and spread at the molecular level. Studies have shown that it can contribute to the death of cancerous cells and reduce angiogenesis, which is the growth of new blood vessels in tumors, and metastasis, which is the spread of cancer. Multiple studies indicate that curcumin can reduce the growth of cancerous cells in the laboratory and inhibit the growth of tumors in test animals. So whether high dose curcumin, preferably with an absorption enhancer like piperine, can help treat cancer in humans has yet to be studied properly. However, there is evidence that it may prevent cancer from occurring in the first place, especially cancers of the digestive system like colorectal cancer. In a 30-day study in 44 men with lesions in the colon that sometimes turn cancerous, 4 grams of curcumin per day reduced the number of lesions by 40%. So maybe curcumin will be used along with conventional cancer treatment one day. It's too early to say for sure, but it looks promising and being intensively studied. Number 7. Curcumin may be useful in preventing and treating Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is the most common neurodegenerative disease in the world and a leading cause of dementia. I had an aunt that passed away in December because of Alzheimer's. So I'm keenly aware of this condition. Unfortunately, no good treatment is available for Alzheimer's yet. Therefore, preventing it from occurring in the first place is of utmost importance. There may be good news on the horizon because curcumin has been shown to cross the blood-brain barrier. It's known that inflammation and oxidative damage play a role in Alzheimer's disease, and curcumin, as we've been talking, has beneficial effects on both. In addition, a key feature of Alzheimer's disease is a buildup of protein tangles called amyloid plaques. Studies show that curcumin can help clear these amyloid plaques. So whether curcumin can really slow down or even reverse the progression of Alzheimer's disease in people is currently unknown and needs to be studied properly. Number 8, getting to the end here. arthritis patients respond very well to curcumin supplements. Arthritis is a common problem in Western countries. There are several different types, most of which involve inflammation in the joints. Given that curcumin is a potent anti-inflammatory compound, it makes sense that it will help with arthritis. And several studies show this to be true. In a study in people with rheumatoid arthritis, curcumin was even more effective than an anti-inflammatory drug. Many other studies have looked at the effects of curcumin on arthritis and noticed improvement in various symptoms. Yay! Number 9. Let's see, there we go. Studies show that curcumin has incredible benefits against depression. So curcumin has shown some promise in treating depression. In a controlled trial, 60 people with depression were randomized into 3 groups. One group took Prozac, another group 1 gram of curcumin, and the third group both Prozac and curcumin. After 6 weeks, curcumin had led to improvements that were similar to Prozac. The group that took both Prozac and curcumin fared best. So according to this small study, curcumin is as effective as an antidepressant. Depression is also linked to reduced levels of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, like we were talking about before, and then a shrinking hippocampus, which is a brain area with a role in learning and memory. So curcumin boosts BDNF levels, potentially reversing some of these changes. There is also some evidence that curcumin can boost the brain neurotransmitters serotonin and dopamine. Number 10. Curcumin may help delay aging and fight age-related chronic diseases. You know, anti-aging is the theme of the month. I've written in it about in the blog post, and it's in my anti-aging remedies guide. So if curcumin can really help prevent heart disease, cancer, and Alzheimer's, it would have obvious benefits for longevity. So for this reason, curcumin has become very popular as an anti-aging supplement. But given that oxidation and inflammation are believed to play a role in aging, curcumin may have effects that go way beyond just preventing disease. So the bottom line, turmeric, and especially its most active compound, curcumin, have many scientifically proven health benefits, such as the potential to prevent heart disease, Alzheimer's, and cancer. It's a potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant, and may also help improve symptoms of depression and arthritis. So if you want to buy a turmeric or curcumin supplement, you know, there's an excellent selection on Amazon, although I don't usually recommend buying things on Amazon. Feel free to reach out to me and we can discuss some of the sources. And it's recommended to find a product with bioperine. This is a trademark name for piperine. So it's capital B-I-O, capital P-E-R-I-N, which is the substance that enhances curcumin absorption by 2000%. So without this substance, most of the curcumin just passes through your digestive tract. And so I'm gonna stop my share. I'm gonna go over and see if anybody, all right, Sharon, good for you. Now, do you put the turmeric itself, or do you put in like an extract, a supplement? Because I use the plant itself in many of my dishes, but I also take it as a supplement to help because I know I have a tendency towards metabolic syndrome. So I take it to help with that. Let's see, give a couple minutes to just the turmeric. Okay, so you might want to look at getting an extract that also includes the pepper. Yeah, I think that could be really helpful. Continue using the plant itself. It's just that, especially if as we age, we might need a little bit more. I'm not saying you're aging or that you're old, but every day we all get a little bit further along on that pathway. So, so I know that I included in mine as well. All right. Well, if you have any other questions, or if anybody else is listening to this replay, so the daily amount, let me go back and look at my notes here. Great question. Part of it depends upon what your goal is. Let me go notes. And then if it has, what else it might have in it. So what I would do is look at the ingredients, or look at your supplement. Oh, thank you. I would look at your supplement and just do that. The whole idea is that, where did it go? Yeah, most of the studies are using turmeric extracts that contain mostly curcumin itself, with dosages usually exceeding 1 gram per day. So if you want to have the idea of 1 gram per day, and then again, look at using the black pepper or something that has that piperine, because that will boost the effects of it. Now, some people have issues with black pepper, so always take that into consideration as well. Again, all of the information I'm sharing, it's general information. So if you have any other health conditions and it's counterindicated that you take any of this, that's when you listen to your health practitioner. And yeah, all right. Well, if there's ever anything else I can do for anybody, just let me know. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time. Thank you. Bye. Let's see here.